Hey, what's up, everybody? Spreitzer here, DocSports.com with the update for Sunday, December 9th, 2018. Got a free pick coming up in Sunday's NFL in just a moment. First, I want to talk about what's going on over at DocSports.com if you've yet to become a member. If you're new to these videos, if you haven't heard, it's an easy way to try out DocSports.com. You click on the link below the video, and you can get yourself set up for a free $60 account, which can be used on any of my daily packages or anybody else over at DocSports.com. Again, it all starts. Get that $60 free account by clicking on the link below the video. Yesterday, mixed bag, 3-3 overall. Lost a top play on Western Illinois. Listen, man, you never get used to those kind of games. Just kind of like the free pick that we lost here yesterday, but a little bit worse because Western Illinois was cruising. They're up 49-33 in the second half, and they just fall apart. Complete collapse. They go from 49-33, 16-point lead up, to 69-61 down, no chance, and of course they lose the game outright. And I got to tell you, and we saw the same thing kind of happen here with the Auburn Tigers last night as the free pick. Again, a team that's up by more than 20 points at one point early on in the second half, and the game comes all the way down, or the lead comes all the way down to 8. They end up winning by 10, but fail to cover the spread by a couple of buckets by 5 points. Overall, 3-3. We cashed with BYU as one of our winners. We had a big play on the Lakers, which was an easy win. We had Max Holloway in the UFC. We're down 9-2 and up over $3,500 for $100 per unit bettors in fight action since we joined Docs. But I've been asked this a couple of times. I started doing these videos last April, and people have asked me when they've kind of discussed games and things like that with me about, you don't seem to come on and go crazy when you win. You don't seem to come on and go crazy in a negative way when you lose. And listen, I've been doing this for more than 20 years. It took a couple of years to be able to stomach, to a certain extent, losses like we had with Western Illinois. I don't bitch and complain. I don't whine. I'm not going to come on here and throw things around. I'm not going to act, keyword act, like the world's falling apart. Hell yeah, I'm pissed off that I lost my money that way with a big lead and a team that fell apart. I'm pissed off that, those who jumped on board lost their hard-earned money. I am definitely not happy about that. Those will never go away as far as being able to stomach or not those kind of plays. But you don't act like a raving maniac when you lose, and you don't act like a raving maniac in a positive sense, I guess, if you can call it positive, when you win. And the guys I see doing that, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think most of them are even betting. I don't. You don't go nuts one way or another, or act like the sky's sky's falling down, and or you're the greatest thing since sliced bread when you win, and the sky's falling on your head when you lose. You just don't do that, and that's one of the tools that I tell people all the time when it comes to betting for a living and handicapping for a living. You've got to keep an even keel, an even frame of mind. Those who don't, that are undisciplined, they're never going to win a lot. I'm just going to say it like it is for the most part. And once in a while, you'll see somebody who are, putting on a show, looking like they hate life when they lose, looking like they're the greatest thing since sliced bread when they win. We'd rather just keep that even keel. And trust me, it wasn't easy. Back in the early days, the first couple of years of doing this, there would be things flying across my office. There would be things flying across my living room. Back in the early days of doing this in the mid-1990s. It's never been easy to stomach, but here I am going on and on and on, answering a couple questions from a couple of people about, why we just, again, never hype when we're going crazy. We never jump around. We never scream how great we are when we win. We never go nuts and feel like the world's falling apart when we lose. Trust me, I'm ticked off when we lose. I'm ecstatic when we win, but I'd rather keep that even keel. Because you know what? Winning begets winning, losing begets losing. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in a horrible frame of mind after a rough loss, you better not start handicapping the next day's card. You better give it some time because you're going to not see things clearly. So that's why we try to keep an even keel, and it just makes for a better and healthier situation and gives you a better chance to win day to day. 3-3 yesterday overall, so it wasn't a horrible day by any means. It wasn't a good day. We did win the 5-unit play, as I mentioned, on Max Holloway, who won by TKO and dominated Brian Ortega in the UFC, but we did lose the top play on Western Illinois in that very odd way. By the way, let's get to what's going on now. Sunday, NFL, 4 plays remain. We won on Thursday night. That was a nice winner with the Tennessee Titans. Still got a few to go on Sunday, led by the big 7-star main event. game of the month in the NFL. It's available right now. The line value is still there on the game we are on. And by the way, those plays are 15-3 with a couple of pushes. 15-3-2 the last 10 weeks with our top football plays. You don't want to miss out on this one on Sunday. And NFL 46-27 with a couple of pushes on our long-term run, our last 70-plus plays. So all the NFL awaits right now. It's available right now over at DocSports.com. Also, I wanted to mention that we will be involved in basketball. At least one play on Sunday we'll have in basketball and also in the NHL, where we continue to be red hot. Even though we're 3-3 and did lose one play in the NHL yesterday, going 0-1, still on a tremendous 45-26 overall run on the ice. All right, so let's get to it. I wanted to talk about the betting update for some of Sunday's games, where the Joes and pros are as we speak, and using the book that I find the most trustworthy for these kind of notes. Let's start with the Colts and the Texans. Of course, the Texans still laying about 4.5 in this one. Public on the Texans minus the points, about 55% of the tickets, but about 60% of the overall money is on the underdog Colts, which shows you where the sharp action is. The sharp action in this game on Indianapolis and the public action on Houston. As far as the Patriots and Miami, the Pats up to about an 8-point favorite. 65% of the tickets right now on New England at the book I use. 57% of the sharp money coming in on the underdog Dolphins on this one. So the Joes are on the Joes are on the Patriots minus the points. The sharps are on Miami plus the points. Couple of quick notes here, and I get it why people continue to back the Patriots. 37-15 against the spread in their last 52 games. If you're betting them blindly, 17-6 against the spread in their last 23 road games. If all you did was bet the Patriots blindly over the last 52 games and you were betting a dime per game on New England, the VIG factored in, you'd have made about $20,500 in those last 52 games. So listen, I get why folks back the New England Patriots game in, game out. They continue to cover the spread, 37-15 the last 52. Real quick note on Miami. When Tannehill starts at home, this team's on an 8-game winning streak. Broncos, they opened a bit higher. They're down to 3.5 at San Francisco. Public on Denver, 65% of the tickets, but overall, the 60% of the money is coming in on the underdog Niners, which drove that number down. So a lot of sharp action on San Francisco in this one, and a lot of public action coming in on the favored Denver Broncos. Eagles and the Cowboys. This is a 3.5-point spread. Dallas, of course, the favorite. Dallas, the public side, as you would imagine. About 58% of the tickets laying the points. The overall money's about 55% on Philly, so sharp action on the Eagles, public action on the Dallas Cowboys. Biggest public side as we speak at the book that I'm using is on the New York Giants, who have gone from a 1.5-point dog when this number was first set to a 3.5-point favorite. And of course, a lot of that has to do, obviously, with the top two quarterbacks for the Skins both being knocked out over the last few weeks. Colt McCoy last week. But the Giants, 3.5-point favorite, big public side there. Biggest money side as we speak is on the New Orleans Saints, who are laying all those points on the road over Tampa Bay. So a little taste of what's going on with Sunday's betting report. And if you tune in to ESPN National on Sunday morning about 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be on. Just tune into an ESPN station in your neck of the woods, and we'll update all those betting reports on Sunday about a half hour before all the games kick off. All right, as far as our free play for Sunday, we are going to back one of those big sharp sides, and that is San Francisco, plus the points, as long as you're getting more than 3 here. We like 3.5 or above in this game. It's another bad spot for an NFL team when you talk about the spot Denver's in. They're off 3 straight wins. They're playing their 3rd road game in 4 games, and they faced Pittsburgh, the Chargers, the Texans, and the Chiefs in 4 of the last 5 games. I don't know how you can lay more than 3 with Denver in this spot. The public is, the sharps are not. They're not healthy on defense, not 100% healthy this week. And here's the thing about the Niners. They may not have been scoring a lot of points, winning a lot of games, but when Nick Mullins is a quarterback, at least they do put drives together. And we think they will enough here to at least hang that number of 3.5. Denver's no offensive juggernaut, as you know, so taking 3.5 or more is what we like here with San Francisco. All right, again, plenty of action still remains to be played for us over at DocSports.com. My NFL Sunday card is still available, including that big 7-star main event game of the month. And again, we're looking to extend that run to 16-3-2 with our top-level plays in college football and the NFL. Basketball available during the day on Sunday. Go check it out, DocSports.com. All right, listen, if you like the videos, click on that thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe. I'll be right back here Monday morning, 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific, with our next update. Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com. Let's put Sunday in the win column.